My first independent work was titled Chant, and the name Chant sat with me, and all other works that I created had the name Chant in them. What I was doing then was not as clear as daylight to me as to what my investigation was leading me to. Kodwa ngoba ngiphila emzimbeni womvumi wengoma, my body knew that I have a responsibility to chant and use ingoma as an instrument for change. Chant. This was my first solo work, premiered at Julie Dance Festival in Holland. Chant is the tribute to my grandmother, Ntabiseng Tabita Ndo. She is the one who taught me ingoma. She realized that Mr. and Mrs. Floyd's vacuum cleaner will not be sufficient to support my dream of becoming a musical theatre graduate from Pretoria Technikon College. So she put a burning baula on her head and joined other women who needed transformation for the future of their children. Chant was also my personal transformation as I was leaving the confinement of a dance company to being an independent artist. Broken Chant. This work is about broken family units. It was created after I got married to the beautiful Tandazile Sonia Khatebe. When we entered in our marriage, we realized that we were both from broken families and we had no reference of a good marriage. My wife was struggling to create or establish a relationship with her father, and she failed. We had a 6-year-old daughter to raise, and both my gogo and my wife's gogo had died the same year in 2011. Working with Kayelihle Dom Gumede with Broken Chant, we explored ways of surviving a broken family. How does an individual, find a personal transformation when we know that broken families create broken dreams? The Workers' Chant. This time I wanted to confront the monster that broke thousands of families with no shame in South Africa, and that was labor migration. The Workers' Chant was a site-specific theatre piece performed at the Workers' Museum. I worked in collaboration with Pupuma Love Minus Istatamia Ensemble, Sipumeze Kundai, Liaboya Gongo, and Mandla Mjali. In this work, we took Istatamia back to the rooms where it started, and we used ingoma to honor Abantu, who worked and died building the city of Johannesburg with their bare hands. Grisha, the chant that calls. This time I collaborated to put a microscope inside the shack of a broken family. Grisha entwined the stirring weight of my personal history with the fraught narrative of intergenerational dispossession, and the literal and non-literal reactions to that history. Grisha refers to the Zulu war chant used in the preparation for battle or the gathering of energy for the task ahead. The production considered these both literally and figuratively. The narrative was traced back to my grandfather and my family's past. Enyangeni, those who chant. We put a scaffold in the room which said hard work to adults and said jungle gym to children. I was asking what we learned from these games we played in the streets as children. I was thinking about processes of learning. We sang children's games with the voice of an adult. Vuga mfana, hamba uye esikoleni, cha angifuni, ziphi inkomo, zisentshonalanga, ubani ozozilanda, nguwe mfana, nguwe mfana. Chant of a paper woman. This work has not yet been made. The Chant series. My first independent work was titled Chant, and the name Chant sat with me, and all other works that I created had the name Chant in them. What I was doing then was not as clear as daylight to me as to what I was investigating. Kodwa ngoba ngiphila emzimbeni womuvumi wengoma, my body knew that I have a responsibility to chant and use ingoma as an instrument for change. Chant. Broken Chant. The Workers' Chant. Grisha, the chant that calls. Enyangeni, those who dare to chant. Chant of a paper woman. This work has not yet been made. The Chant series. My first independent work was titled Chant, and the name Chant sat with me, and all other works that I created had the name Chant in them. What I was doing then was not as clear as daylight to me as to what my investigation was leading me to. Kodwa ngoba ngiphila emzimbeni womvumi wengoma, my body knew that I have a responsibility to chant and use ingoma as an instrument for change. Chant. Broken Chant. The Workers' Chant. Grisha, the chant that calls. Enyangeni, those who dare to chant. Chant of a paper woman. Nhlanhla Mahlangu, the audience is here. Let's begin.
Rekolo chamakulu endaeando. Rekolo chamakulu endaeando. Rekolo changwana wambula inaeando. Rekolo chamakulu endaeando. Rekolo chamakulu endaeando. Rekolo chamakulu endaeando. Ndaeando, ndaeando. Ndaeando, ndaeando. Rekolo changwana wambula inaeando. Rekolo chamukololo wachiwasaweando. Rekolo chamakulu endaeando. Rekolo chamakulu endaeando. Rekolo chamakulu endaeando. Rekolo chamakulu endaeando. Rekolo chamukololo wanjeleando. Rekolo chamakulu endaeando. Ndaeando, ndaeando. Ndaeando, ndaeando. Ndaeando, ndaeando. Ndaeando, ndaeando. Rekolo chamakulu endaeando. Rekolo chamakulu
uZulu believes ukuthi umuntu wavela emhlangeni. You were a thing bubbling in the reeds. uZulu believes ukuthi umuntu wavela emhlangeni. You were a thing bubbling in the reeds.
My name is Nhlanhla Mahlangu. It took me many years to learn how to write this name. Grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, I still could not write this name. I didn't understand why. It is simply because maybe I didn't know that I was dyslexic. This name is very complicated.
Dyslexia
like
is a learning difficulty that primarily affects the skills involved in accurate and fluent word reading
and then it happens
spelling.
Again in my surname.
Characteristic features of dyslexia
Sometimes I don't know when is the N coming or is the H that comes before the L, and it happens, and it doesn't happen once, this problem, it happens twice.
Dyslexia occurs across the range of intellectual abilities.
And always, like, I would swap the N and the H and the L and the A, and then it happens again for the third time on my surname. Mahlangu. So, as an adult today, I experience adults who cannot pronounce my name, and I spent many years learning how to write it. So, as a voice coach, I developed exercises because that's what I do. I develop exercises to solve problems all the time. So I've developed an exercise to teach people how to say my name properly. So I'm going to take you through that. Are you okay with that? Okay, musicians, mic technique. All right. Nhlanhla. Nhla, it's the sound that you make when you say clitoris. That's the sound you make. Do you know how to say clitoris?
Clitoris.
Can you say clitoris?
Clitoris.
I can't hear you.
Clitoris.
Again?
Clitoris.
Again?
Clitoris.
Again?
Clitoris.
Again?
Clitoris.
Can you say that twice, please? Hop!
Clitoris. Clitoris.
Again?
Clitoris. Clitoris.
Again?
Clitoris. Clitoris.
Again?
Clitoris. Clitoris.
Can you say it 3 times, please? And you go.
Clitoris. Clitoris. Clitoris.
Again.
Clitoris. Clitoris. Clitoris.
Very good. Now, I would like you to replace the I with an A. All right? Let's try. 7. Hop!
Clitoris.
Just once. Can I hear it? I want it to be together, ne? Just to sound full. All right. Say it from your chest. 7. Hop!
Clitoris.
Again.
Clitoris.
Again.
Clitoris.
Say it twice. Hop!
Clitoris. Clitoris.
Again.
Clitoris. Clitoris.
4 times.
Clitoris. 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 Clitoris.
Very good. 4 times. Hop!
Clitoris. 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 Clitoris.
Very good. Can you put an N before the cla? Yeah? Start with an N before clitoris. Yeah? 7 and go.
Clitoris.
Again.
Clitoris.
I can't hear that. Clear it.
Clitoris.
Say it twice. Go.
Clitoris. Clitoris.
Again.
Clitoris. Clitoris.
Very good. Now I want you to remove the torus from the clitoris. Yeah? We remove the torus. Torus. And we go.
Nkla.
That's very good. Very good. Let's do it again.
Nkla.
Again.
Nkla.
Now, let's do it twice, all right? Ready? And you go.
Nkla. Nkla.
Again.
Nkla. Nkla.
Very good. When I try it one more time, we don't do it 8 times this time, yeah? 5, 6, 7, hey!
Nkla. 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 Nkla.
Very good. 8 only, yeah? 5, 6, 7, 8.
Nkla. 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 Nkla.
So, we're doing crotchets. We're gonna do the quavers now. Tan, 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 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go!
Nkla. 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 Nkla.
Very good. Let's just keep it going for as long as possible until you run out of breath. 1, 2, 3, let's go!
Nkla. 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 Nkla.
Thank you. That's very nice. All you need to do, you need to remove the torus from the clitoris. Do you know what is a torus anyway? What's a torus? Torus, anyone in the house, tell me what is a torus? What is this torus? So, you know, I was just removing the torus to just teach you how to say my name, but I'm left with this word torus. What is a torus? What's a torus? Raise your hand if you know what a torus is. Yeah, mama? A bull, star sign, inkomo. Clitoris, inkomo, bull.
Nondumiso's mother is a Taurus, a bull. Inkomo, e ubaba.
So, another torus. Any torus? What is another torus that you know? Taurus syndrome. Right? Maybe wrong, I don't know. I know a Taurus. A Taurus is the gun my father used to carry. It was a silver Taurus TP92. It was heavy and it loaded 16 bullets. Ka! Katu! Maybe I need the microphone for this. I've never done it with the microphone. That's not a Taurus, it's an AK-47. It's got a prestige sound and it makes a sound, it makes no echo, it shoots, and then it feels like nothing happened. You can fire it on a single mode or in automatic mode. Kaku, kaku, kaku. That's an R5 rifle. It makes a dual sound. There's a sound it makes when the striking pin hits the bullet, and the sound it makes when the bullet leaves the barrel. Kaku, 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 kaka, kuku. Do you hear that? Kaka, kuku, kaka, kuku. It depends how many rounds you're firing. And then there's the music of the AK-47 and the R5 rifle together, playing a call and response. Kaku, kaku, boom, shwa, boom, shwa. You saw a lot of those during Fees Must Fall. Those are the ones they call riot control rifles. The shotgun, boom, shwa. The shwa is the iron pellets scattering, hitting many, many people all at once. But you don't hear the shwa in Braamfontein because Braamfontein is made out of concrete. But Polar Park Squatter Camp is made out of steel, tin, shack, amazenke. Boom, boom. The bull, inkomo, clitoris, the Taurus.
With its drop hammer forged, ordnance-grade alloy frame, the Taurus TP92 is an innovative and reliable semi-automatic pistol that's built to last. The TP92 features a 3-position frame-mounted ambidextrous safety that is more secure than a slide-mounted, safety allowing for a classic cocked and locked mode, as well as a functioning DA decocking lever. Specifications: Taurus PT92, mass 960 grams, 34 ounces, length 216 millimeters, 8.5 inches, barrel length 127 millimeters, 5 inches, caliber 9 times 19 millimeters, parabellum, .32 ACP, .38 ACP, .40 S&W. Action, recoil operated, feed system, detachable box magazine, standard, 9 millimeters, 10, 15 or 17 plus 1, .32 auto, 12 plus 1, .380 ACP, 19 plus 1, .40 S&W, 10 or 11 plus 1.
We know a lot about guns. We don't even know iy'thakazelo zethu. Leli hubo bengilihuba manje, ihubo lakithi lakwaMahlangu. Elamandebele, amandebele kaNzunza noManala. Wona libomvana, oho, yo, oho,
Su, tu, ba, mo, sha.
Shirona ba morena karim pulalina la morena
U, su, lu, ka,
lina la morena
Nga.
Oh, Morena. Rime
Ma.
pula lina la
Ke.
Morena.
Ba.
Oh, Morena.
Ndre.
Rime pula.
Be.
Osa.
Le.
Zesange.
Ka.
Nago.
Nzu.
Pefula.
Nza. Ba. Be. Di. Ba.
Sete.
Le.
Tele.
Bu. Wa.
Singe.
Ko.
Oh,
Mo.
Zesange. Nago. Pefula.
Ba. Sutu. Ba. Mo. Sha. Shaila. U. Zulu. Ka. Punga. No. Makeba.
Rime pula lina la Morena.
Ndrebele. Ka. Nzunza.
Pula lina la Morena.
Bapedi. Ba. Le.
Morena.
Buwa. Komo.
Pula lina la Morena.
Basotho ba mo shashayila uZulu kaphunga noMageba Ndrebele kanzunza Bapedi ba lebuwa komo Basotho ba mo shashayila uZulu kaphunga noMageba Ndrebele kanzunza Bapedi ba lebuwa komo
What is your name? Zenande. 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 Nande. Nande. Nize nande, nande, zenande, 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 zenande.
Zenande, 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 Zenande.
What is your name? Zamani. Zamani. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 manini, manini. My sister, Manini. Manini. She's named after my great-grandmother. Manini. Manini. Zamani, Manini. Manini, Zamani. Zamani, Zama, Zama, Zumu, Zama, Zama. Zama, 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 Zama. Woza, Zama, Zama game show. What is your name? Seifuti? Manuku. 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 Nuku kuku kuku nuku. 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 Manuku. Manuku. Kuku kuku kuku. Kuku 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 kuku. What's your name? Michael. 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 Michael rolled the border show. Hallelujah. Michael rolled the border show. Hallelujah. Everybody sing him. Michael rolled the border show. Hallelujah. Michael rolled the border show. Hallelujah. Oh, sister, help to trim the sails. Hallelujah. Michael rolled the border show. Hallelujah. What's your name? Sizagele. My grandmother's sister was Sizakele. Sizakele. Kele. Kelechi. Kelechi is the Nigerian name. Kelechi. Kele. Kele. Nkele. Kele. 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 Ketla. Koma Kele Ketla. Koma Kele Ketla is a fictional place where when somebody disappears, we say, Uile Koma Kele Ketla. Kele Ketla. Kele Ketla. Kele Ketla. Kele Ketla. Kele Ketla. Us. Kele Ketla. Us. Kele Ketla. Kele Ketla. No harmony. Kele Ketla. It's just bass on the.
Kele Ketla.
Oh, hey.
Kele Ketla.
Ha.
Kele Ketla. Kele Ketla.
What's your name?
Kele Ketla.
Kirsten.
Kele Ketla.
Kirsten. Kirsten. Kirsten.
Kele Ketla.
Kirsten. Your name?
Kele Ketla.
Siboniso.
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 Kele Ketla.
Nhlanhla Mahlangu, where is this going? What picture are you asking us to see?
Kele Ketla. Kele Ketla. Kele Ketla. Kele Ketla. Kele Ketla.
Marupi.
Kele Ketla. 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 Kele Ketla.
Join in, please.
Kele Ketla. Kele Ketla. Kele Ketla. Kele Ketla. Kele Ketla.
Aishungam, Aishungam, Aishungam.
Kele Ketla. Kele Ketla. Kele
Boss,
Ketla.
boss, 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 boss.
Kele Ketla.
Auswege. Grisha, Grisha. I'm shining words. Sifona majoni.
A homing technology. This is a reference to different types of guidance systems. In biology, homing technology is inherent in certain animals. Nhlanhla Mahlangu, are you saying chanting is a homing technique that can be used to find the way to the starting location when in unfamiliar territory? But what if apartheid is no longer unfamiliar? A homing pigeon. Is a pigeon bred to find its way home after traveling extremely far? After traveling a long time away from source, it can return where it came from. In warfare, a homing device is a guidance mechanism. There are 3 different types: active homing, semi-active homing, and infrared homing. Each one knows how to find its target: a body of water, a body of land, a body of laws, a body of hairs, a body of truth, a body of tradition, a body builder, a body of bones, a body of students, a person, a body that works, a body orchestrator. Kaboom.
I see language as a catastrophic response to crisis. Because crisis creates a spasm in the body or an object. Spasm creates movement. Movement creates sound. Movement and sound together create a language of waves crashing, a language of rocks cracking, a language of beans sprouting, a language of skulls cracking, a language of glasses breaking, a language of mouths chewing, a language of children crowing, a language of scavengers cleansing, a language of Botswana. Anka go direla sengwe rra. A tsohle di apere tshiamo. Language of uZulu. Sambes, turn the machine. Sambes, turn the machine. Humbes, turn the machine. Humbes, turn the machine. Hayihlale phansi, ibambe umthetho. Hayihlale phansi, ibambe umthetho. The language of Xitsonga. Nilabe ku ruteke lexi. U nyikete lowa. The language of Bavenda. Yo, bone bojia zote zilosanga. Bone bandianga matombo we. The language of Xhosa. Intyantyambo nentyolongwana zikamtirharha. Uqamada ukumkani wamampondomse kwakudala dala babenquqamadala bayogquma barhwaqele. Ah, qamada. Ah, sokwenza. And the language of apartheid.
I orchestrate bodies, Nhlanhla Mahlangu states. As movement unfolds, Nhlanhla Mahlangu says, I listen for sound, the audible expression of internal experience. It may start as a hum, a sigh, or a guttural cry. Sound, like movement, arises from the body's landscapes, giving rise, voice, to the unspeakable.
Is anyone in the room who's a designer, an architect? Do we have an architect in the house? I know one, but I won't point him out. Anyone who's an architect? Please raise your hand if you are. Or any form of design. If you are a poster designer, or a set designer, or a graphic designer, or please raise your hand if you are a designer of any kind. Sir, thank you. Noted. Okay. What kind of designer are you, sir? I say it again? Graphic designer, sir. Thank you. Are you a designer, ma'am? Say it again. Canvas specialist. Thank you. Right. All right. Oba no munyo designer. We need more designers. Who else is a designer? Yebo? What do you design, sir? You're a set designer. Okay. There's Bonella now. Set designer. Okay, we have 3 designers. Uba no munyo designer in the house? Even if you dropped out, it's fine. Even if you did that first 3 months, it's fine. Do we have more designers, guys? Yeah? Okay, please come. Okay, please, yeah. And all the designers, please come join us, please. It's fine, it's okay. And also, I need just 6 designers on stage, and even volunteers. Even if you're not a designer, but you just want to be a designer for just for tonight. How many designers do you have now? 4, okay. Can I have 2 more, please? 5, and the last one, the last designer. Okay, they will tell you what to do. We need toilets. We need toilets, and we need designers to create toilets for us. All right.
On the design of border areas, Henrik Verwoerd says, the concept border areas, areas or places near reserves, industrial development, white guidance, with white capital, situated with regard to the areas, families of the workers, housed in the areas, family life, ideal border areas, the laborer is able to live in his own area, be transported to, of work daily. But since labor is not the only factor, the establishment of industries, other conveniences also, necessary. The concept border areas where additional provision for temporary housing on a work basis will have to be made. Consequently, areas within 30 miles from the homelands, border areas, the concept border areas designed by implies areas or places near reserves, industrial development, white guidance, white capital can take place, are at the same time so situated with regard to the areas, the families of the industrial workers can be housed in the areas in such a way that they can full family life. Ideal border areas be those where the laborer is able to live in his own area, be transported to his sphere of work daily. Since labor is, however, not the only factor to be considered in the establishment of industries, and the availability of other conveniences also play a part, it will be necessary to include certain areas in the concept border areas where additional provision for temporary housing on a work basis will have to be made. Consequently, areas within 30 miles from the homelands can be regarded as border areas. The concept border areas designed by Henrik Verwoerd implies areas or places near Bantu reserves where industrial development under white guidance and with white capital can take place, but which are at the same time so situated with regard to the Bantu areas that the families of the Bantu industrial workers can be housed in the Bantu areas in such a way that they can lead a full family life. So the ideal border areas will therefore be those where the Bantu laborer is able to live in his own area and be transported to his sphere of work daily. But since labor is, however, not the only factor to be considered in the establishment of industries, and the availability of other conveniences also plays a part. It will be necessary to include
Tulani
certain
Joshua
areas
Zwane.
in the concept border areas where
Tabang Floyd
additional
Mkwanazi.
provision for temporary housing on
Lindokuhle Tabete.
basis will have to be made.
Muzi Shili.
Consequently, areas within 30
Penwell Langa.
miles from the Bantu homelands can be regarded as border areas registered trademark term registered trademark term registered trademark term. Acoustic homing is the type of navigation used where other systems fail.
Soundproof. You need to build a wall. A high wall, a big wall. And then you have to build another wall. And make sure that the walls do not touch each other. Between the walls, there must be a cavity of air. A negative space. This allows that sound waves from the outside wall. The sound waves from the outside. Hits the outside wall. Hits the outside wall. They penetrate the outside wall. And they dissolve in the negative space. In the pocket, in the cavity of air. They dissolve. So they don't hit the next wall. There'll be no sound from the outside. Which is why the soundproof houses are naturally sound. And they are warmer Mbawula, mbawula. Mbawula, mbawula. Mbawula, mbawula.
Baula, baula,
Mbawula, mbawula.
baula, baula,
Mbawula, mbawula.
baula, 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 baula,
I want to teach you
baula, baula,
how to make a mbawula.
baula, baula,
Mbawula, mbawula.
baula, baula,
I want to teach you
baula, baula,
how to make a mbawula.
baula, baula,
Mbawula is a stove.
baula, baula,
Mbawula is a fireplace.
baula, baula,
Mbawula is an oven.
baula, baula,
You take a gogoko,
baula, baula,
you put it down.
baula, baula,
You take sand
baula, baula,
or intlabati.
baula,
Everybody say mbawula, mbawula.
baula, baula,
Everybody say
baula, baula,
yebo. Aha.
baula, baula,
You take the soil,
baula, baula,
ufake egogogweni.
baula, baula,
Uyaligcwalisa.
baula, baula,
Uma uqeda uyaligqisha.
baula, baula,
Ugqishe, ugqishe.
baula, baula,
Ugqishe, ugqishe.
baula, baula,
Ubize umngani wakho
baula, baula,
ame phezu kwegogogo.
baula, baula,
Ubusuthatha umgxala.
baula, baula,
Ubhoboza izimbobo.
baula, baula,
Ukhamba uyalijikeleza.
baula, baula,
Wenza izimbobo.
baula, baula,
Ungakhathali.
baula,
Wenza izimbobo eziningi.
baula, baula,
Ubhoboze, ubhoboze.
baula, baula,
Ubhoboze ngomgxala.
baula, baula,
Uthi uma usuqedile
baula, baula,
kungasena space
baula, baula,
in between izimbobo.
baula, baula,
Uhlisa umngani wakho
baula, baula,
phezu kwegogogo.
baula, baula,
Uthatha igogogo
baula, baula,
ulibhekise phansi.
baula, baula,
Uchitha umhlabathi.
baula, baula,
Uthatha imbawula yakho.
baula, baula,
Igogogo elinezimbobo.
baula, baula,
Ulifaka amadradi.
baula, baula,
Ufaka amadradi ecenter.
baula, baula,
Bese ufaka izenke
baula, baula,
phezu kwamadradi
baula, baula,
so that isebenze ku half.
baula, baula,
Uthatha amaphepha,
baula, baula,
uthatha izinkuni,
baula, baula,
uzifake embawuleni.
baula, baula,
Obusu uyalayita.
baula, baula,
Uthi mase kuvutha,
baula, baula,
uthela amalahle,
baula, baula,
uyikhiphele ngaphandle.
baula, baula,
Kuphuma intuthu,
baula,
umlilo ukhehleke.
baula,
Uthi uma usukhehlekile,
baula,
uthatha imbawula yakho,
baula,
uyifake endlini.
baula,
Nihlale phansi niyothe,
baula, baula,
nizokufudumala,
baula,
nipheke nipheke,
baula,
niphuze niphuze.
baula,
Yey, mbawula, mbawula.
baula, baula,
Mhm.
baula, baula,
Mhm.
baula, baula,
Mhm.
baula, baula,
Mhm.
baula,
Angizwa man. Yisho.
baula, baula,
Awuzweke. Ehe.
baula, 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 baula,
Ehe.
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 baula, baula.
Baula, baula.
Chant for normalizing freedom. First movement, body orchestration, umhlanga, ihlanga, uhlanga. Second movement, performing a bad prophet, ukuhlahluba. Third movement, scavenging, intlamba, ukuhlamba. Fourth movement, chanting, ukuhlanya. Nhlanhla Mahlangu says, the role of the scavenger is not limited to mere collection. It extends to the act of cleansing. Just as animal scavengers, the hyena, the vulture, in nature clear away decay to maintain the balance of their ecosystem, performers clear the psychic and emotional space, both for themselves and for their audience. By bringing to light the buried, the forgotten, the repressed, they create a space for these elements to be acknowledged, processed, and ultimately transformed. This cleansing is not just a purging, but a renewal, allowing what has been excavated to be reintegrated into the self, reshaped and repurposed into something that contributes to the performers and the audience's understanding of their own experiences. Nhlanhla Mahlangu. Hla.
Nhlanhla. 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 Nhlanhlatha. 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 Nhlanhlanhlanhlanhla. 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 Sha, sha.
A small to medium-sized
Sha.
perennial woody plant.
Sha, 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 nza.
Eject matter from the stomach through the mouth.
Sha, nza. Sha, nza.
Make something thoroughly
Sha,
clean.
nza. Sha, ga.
Potter,
Sha.
but not
Ga.
Harry James Potter,
Sha.
an English
Ga.
half-blood wizard.
Sha, ga. Sha, ga. Shaga, za.
Take a structure
Shaga,
to pieces.
Shaga, za. Sha, ga.
A social
Sha.
division in a
Ga.
traditional society
Sha.
consisting
Ga.
of families or communities
Sha.
linked by
Ga.
social, economic,
Sha.
religious, or
Ga.
blood ties with a common
Sha.
culture and
Ga.
dialect, typically
Sha.
having
Ga.
a recognized leader.
Nja, ba.
A mixture of organic
Nja.
matter,
Ba.
minerals, gases,
Nja.
liquids that
Ba.
together support the life of
Nja,
plants.
ba. Sha, za.
Raw.
Sha, za. Sha, za. Nja, ga.
Hard translucent
Nja.
fossilized
Ga.
resin produced by the
Nja.
extinct
Ga.
coniferous trees of the tertiary
Nja.
period,
Ga.
typically yellowish in
Nja,
color.
ga. Nja, ma.
A thick malleable
Nja,
mixture.
ma. Nja, ma. Nja, va.
The period of darkness in each 24
Nja.
hours, the
Va.
time from sunset to
Nja,
sunrise.
va. Nja, va. Sha, vu.
Longitudinal arrangement of pattern of fibers in wood,
Sha.
paper,
Vu.
but small, hard,
Sha.
dry
Vu.
fruit, with or without
Nja.
an attached hull layer, harvested for human or animal consumption.
Nja, ga. Nja, ga.
The core, but not the
Nja.
2003 American science
Nja.
fiction disaster film.
Sha, la. Sha, la.
Adopt to be in a position
Sha.
in which one's
Ba.
weight is supported by one's
Sha.
buttocks
Ba.
rather than one's feet and
Sha.
one's back is
Ba.
upright.
Sha, ba.
Thrust a knife
Sha.
or other
Ba.
pointed weapon into someone so as to
Za.
wound or kill.
Sha, za.
Raw,
Sha,
but
za.
not an American
Sha,
professional
za.
racing
Sha, zo.
wrestling television
Sha,
program
zo.
produced by
Sha,
WWE.
zo.
Loss of
Sha,
reputation
zo.
or respect as a
Sha,
result
zo.
of a dishonorable
Sha,
action.
gu.
Your
Sha,
nickname,
gu.
just as difficult
Sha,
as
gu.
your name.
Sha, gu.
Grinding food in the
Sha,
mouth with the
gu.
teeth to make it
Sha,
easier to
fu, na.
swallow.
Sha, fu, na.
Lose or be
Sha,
deprived
fu,
of
na.
property or right
Sha,
of
fu,
privilege
na.
as a penalty
Sha,
for
wu,
wrongdoing.
la.
Prepare
Sha,
and
wu,
use
la.
land for crops or
Sha, gu,
gardening.
la.
An act
Shagula,
of saving or
shagula,
being saved from
shagula,
danger or
shagula,
distress.
shagula, shagula, shangula, 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 shangula.
An act of saving or being saved from danger or distress.
Shangana,
Merge.
shangana,
Merge.
shangana,
Merge.
shashela,
Tear or pull something
Shashela.
quickly or forcibly away
Shashela.
from something or someone.
shula,
To overcome
shula,
a contest.
shula, 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 shula,
To overcome a
shabelela,
contest.
shabelela,
Singing in a belting, piercing
shabelela,
voice.
shabelela,
Singing in a belting, piercing
shuba,
voice.
shuba, shuba, shuba,
Remove the outer
shuba,
covering
shuba,
or
shuba,
skin
shuba,
from a fruit or
shuba,
vegetable.
Shoba, shoba,
Make a show
shoba,
or connection
shoba,
between.
Shosha, shosha, shosha,
Fill a
shosha,
receptacle or
shosha,
space tightly
shosha,
between
shosha,
something.
Shaya.
Joke, but not a 2019 American psychological thriller film directed by Todd Phillips.
Shaya.
Move or cause to move from one place to another,
Shesha.
especially
Sheba.
over a small
Sheba.
distance.
Sheba.
Speak very
Sheba.
softly, using
Sheba.
one's breath
Shati.
without one's vocals cords,
Shati. Shati.
especially for the sake of privacy.
Shati.
Not a
Shati.
British rock band formed in London in 1992.
Shogoma.
An intense, uncontrolled
Shogoma.
rage that is increased,
Shogoma.
an
Ishombe.
increased stage of hostile
Ishombe.
response to a perceived egregious injury
Ishombe.
or injustice,
Ishombe.
primarily a form of ovation or praise expressed by the actor of clapping or striking the palms of the hands together in
Ishombe.
order to create a noise, or maybe a shoulder may be made
Ishombe.
up of three bones, the
Shobo.
clavicle, the
Shobo.
scapula, and
Shobo.
the humerus, as well
Shobo.
as associated
Shobo.
muscles,
Shobo.
ligaments, and
Shobo.
tendons.
Shobo.
Hottest and brightest of
Squeza.
the future
Squeza.
temperate seasons
Squeza.
occurring after
Squeza.
spring and before
Squeza.
autumn.
Shelo.
Small objects,
Shelo.
usually
Shelo.
round and flat,
Shelo.
usually
Squeza.
primarily as a
Shobo.
medium
Squeza.
or exchange
Shebo.
of legal
Shola.
tender.
Shola.
A plan of action
Shola.
or policy designed
Shola.
to achieve a
Shola.
major or overall
Shola.
aim.
Shola.
Time to
Shola.
develop a coherent
Shola.
economic
Shola.
strategy.
Shola.
Look at
Shola.
someone or
Shola.
something closely, typically
Umhlaba.
to assess their condition or to
Umhlaba.
discover or
Umhlaba.
diagnose the
Umhlaba.
planet.
Umshaba.
The third planet from the sun and the only astronomical object known to harbor life.
Umshaba.
The third planet from the
Shaba.
sun and the only astronomical
Shaba.
object known to
Shaba.
harbor life.
Shaba.
Thrust a knife
Shaba.
or other pointed
Shazia.
weapon into someone
Shazia.
so as to wound
Shazia.
or kill.
Shazia.
Examine methodically and in
Shazia.
detail
Sugar.
the constitution
Sugar.
or structure
Sugar.
of something,
Sugar.
especially
Sugar.
something
Sugar.
in formation.
Sugar. Sugar.
Typically for purposes of explanation and interpretation.
Shogoza. Shogoza. Shogoza.
Dab.
Shogoza. Shogoza.
Prod.
Shogoza. 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 Shogoza.
Someone.
Shogoza.
Something.
Shogoza.
With
Shega.
one's finger.
Shega. 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 Shega.
Make
Shega.
the spontaneous
Shega.
sounds
Shega.
and
Shega.
movements of
Shega.
the face
Shagani-pa.
and body that are the instinctive
Shagani-pa.
expressions of lively amusement and
Shagani-pa.
sometimes also of contempt or
Shagani-pa.
derision, showing
Shagani-pa-pa.
experience, knowledge, and good judgment.
Shagani-pa-pa.
Showing experience,
Shagani-pa-pa.
knowledge, and good
Pa-pa.
judgment. Showing experience,
Shagani-pa-pa.
knowledge, and good judgment. Showing
Shagani-pa.
experience, knowledge, and good judgment. Showing
Shagani-pa-pa.
experience, knowledge, and good judgment. Showing
Shagani-pa.
experience, knowledge, and good judgment.
Shagani-pa.
Showing experience, knowledge, and good
Shagani-pa.
judgment. Showing experience, knowledge, and good judgment.
Shoni-pa.
Showing experience,
Shoni-pa.
a feeling of
Pa-pa.
deep admiration for
Shoni-pa.
someone or something elicited by their
Shoni-pa.
abilities,
Pa.
qualities, or
Pa.
achievements.
Shoni-pa.
A feeling of deep
Shoni-pa.
admiration for someone or something
Shoni-pa.
elicited by their abilities,
Shoni-pa.
qualities, or achievements.
Shoma. Shoma. Shega. Shega. Shaza.
Equipped
Shaza.
with
Shoni-pa.
or carrying a weapon
Shagani-pa.
or weapons.
Shagani-pa-pa. Shagani-pa-pa. Pa.
Shoma.
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 Idlabaza.
That which crushes.
Inchiza.
Bad word for umshiza, the Nobgeri.
Indugu yamagwala.
Stick of the cowards.
Umkhono wekati.
Shoulder of a cat.
Izulu lezandla.
Hand lightning.
Izarna zarna.
Z38 pistol.
Izayoni.
Zion Church. Z38.
Ithulusi.
The tool.
Umakokota.
The knocker. R5 assault rifle.
Ikhehla.
An old man. AK-47.
Uqagu.
Dual sound of the R5 rifle.
Ivolovolo.
Uzulu's failure to pronounce revolver. I think I am hungry.